It's Monday afternoon. I'm sorry. Yeah, Monday afternoon, uh, July 3rd, 2023. And I'm trying something different. I'm going to read my blog post for the day um, and see how it goes. Just a way of reaching out and sharing what I do every day, what I consider my main thing, which is writing. The practices that I do in the morning, even later in the day, all sort of prepare me um, to write, to have something to write about later in the day. Um, Creativity is um, I'd say it's my passion. It's more than anything that I've ever wanted to do or more than anything I've ever wanted to be. It's writing and being a writer. I've had a blog for 20 plus years. So um, this is it. I'm just going to read. If anyone shows up, that's awesome. If they have questions, if they want to talk for a few minutes about creativity, about inspiration, about writing, about meditation, breath work, all of this for me is instrumental in creativity, instrumental in being a writer or an artist of any kind. And I honestly believe in some way, in some form or another, we're all artists. Um, some of us haven't found our medium yet. Um, Others have several. Doesn't matter. Um, if we haven't found it yet, we will eventually. Life has a way of preparing us to be expressive, preparing us to have something to offer and give back creatively to others. So this morning, I wrote about songbirds. I write quite a bit about nature. I write quite a bit about what might be considered a spiritual practice or non duality, self inquiry, meditation. Um, but nature and then writing about inspiration, those are my science. I write quite a bit about science. Um, those are the things that I enjoy writing about most of all. But um, before I start and I read today's blog, I'll just mention that I don't really have a writing process other than meditating and then allowing the silence that follows meditation to open me to whatever is there um, to be written. And sometimes it's an extended period of silence. Uh, no words come, which is absolutely fine. I've gotten to the point where um, I can be fine with silence. Um, that I have faith. I know that the right words will come when the right words are needed. And I don't need to do anything to rush that process at all. So, having said that, today, for whatever reason, and possibly for many reasons, um, I was thinking about songbirds. And this is today's blog post. Songbirds. They've come to be a constant and now most favored companions of my sunrise walk, even if only by sound alone on some occasions. I am always offered a song no matter the conditions of the morning. Songbirds are consistent, having a musical note that must be played, an expression of their soul that's issued forth to meet the air. They provide a soundtrack to my earliest mornings. And not just as I'm walking, my meditation practice, pre-dawn, is deepened by their songs. Scientists call this the dawn chorus, a 4 a.m. ritual that matches perfectly my time of sitting in meditation. Their songs seemingly synchronized to be a mantra played in harmony with my own, leading me deeper still to a silence found between each note. After meditation, enjoying my coffee, and waiting for words to serve my inspiration for my morning writing, their song continues. Joined now by later rising birds, dawn chorus grown into a symphony of sound. They never fail in song or inspiration. I have favorites, by sight and by song, but never for very long. Their music and beauty of their appearance fill me with too much joy to favor one above another for very long. It's better said that my favorite is the one whose song I'm hearing right now, or for some reason plays with great significance in the moment that it's heard. Songbirds seem to have an uncanny ability to match my mood, being intuitive in song, offering just the perfect note to cause a sense of deep reflection, allowing me to bear witness to my own interior soundtrack of thoughts playing through my mind, as if offering an inquiry as to who it is he's truly hearing, truly listening to their song. And silence almost always follows. But mostly, there's joy. It's that songbirds appear and give note to the air without concern for mood or conditions, committed fully to their song, artists simply by virtue of their nature. Songbirds show up with the courage of their authentic voice, their true song, and give it away freely, unconcerned of audience, or if there's even anyone present to hear. It's always, just always, about their song. That's it. That was today's blog post, and again, it was inspired. Javcat, hey, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it, and I appreciate positive vibes. So today I sort of tied together meditation and songbirds. I mentioned the other day in my live chat that I wake up every morning 4 a.m. to meditate. Just when those first birds are starting to sing, I spend some time listening to them. I meditate, and then I go out for a sunrise walk. Usually just after my writing, after my first only cup of coffee. And it's important for me to get that first sunlight because it causes, as soon as that morning sunlight hits the eyes, it causes a hormonal change that actually increases the hormones in the body to help prepare for sleep later in the night. You hit with cortisone, you hit with adrenaline when the sun first hits your eyes, preps you for the day. You're ready to go. But later on, those same hormones are converted into melatonin and serotonin, which calms you down and prepares you to sleep as the sun starts going down. But no matter what I see on that sunrise walk, I'm always accompanied by songbirds. We have some really beautiful ones here. Of course, we have, the common robins, sparrows, things that we almost sort of take for granted because they're so present. But it's that very presence alone that sort of means we shouldn't overlook them because they're always providing a song. They're always providing a soundtrack for our lives. To me, that's the most important, presence. The fact that there is always, no matter what time of day I go out of my house, there's a songbird present. There's a song in the air. And it never fails if I stop, if I pause, if I listen. I'm hearing life. I'm hearing a true artist that's unconcerned with anything other than that note. Anything other than what they're playing, that song itself. There's no song in the future. There's no mistakes. Everything, it's jazz in its finest sense, intuitive, completely from spirit. It's symphony music. It's classical music. It's the Beatles. It's the best thing. It's the best thing in life. It's pure potentiality, pure creative spirit. And what a songbird is saying to us is it's available. That creativity, that potentiality, it's available right here, right now. We don't need to search for inspiration. We need to listen. We need to open our eyes. We need to sense its presence in this very moment, and then proceed from there. That's spontaneity, and that's also being authentic. And being authentic, we can't strive for it. You can't strive to be an authentic person because in the striving itself, it means we're missing it. It means it's absent. If we have to strive for something, then it is outside of our reach. But to be authentic That's the nature of everything. That's who we are. That's what we are. The paradox is striving. We can say being a seeker, striving, whatever, is puts us outside that realm of experience. But striving itself is that experience. Um, Rumi has a wonderful poem, Love Dogs, where he talks about that it is the cry, it's the desperation, it's the despair itself for the beloved that is the beloved. That the very act of seeking is what's being sought right now. Um, so with that, we can sort of, especially as an artist, we can relax. We don't need to do anything. Creativity happens. Now, of course, we hone our skills. It's the same as, fitness. It's the same as being burpees. Every single rep of burpees is an authentic burpee, an authentic rep. We don't need to strive to make it any more authentic than it is. And of course, that comes with every apparent flaw within the repetition. There's a Japanese expression, and of course, I'm live, so I can't remember what it is. Wabi sabi, I believe. Um, the, the inherent beauty found within a perceived flaw. And of course, when you realize that, that's non-duality. That a perceived flaw and seeing the inherent beauty within it means it's actually not a flaw at all. So how are we separate from that? When we look at our own worth as an artist, when we look at our own worth as a person and we see flaws, that's the inherent beauty of us. That's the inherent beauty of beingness, the authentic beauty of being authentic. We don't need to do anything. That's what songbirds sort of told me this morning. Every walk, and if I remember, I'll do my next live. And I'm going to try to do these daily from my blog post. And since I've been writing a blog every single day for 20 plus years, I got a lot of blog posts to talk about. But every single morning, I think of my walk as a shamanic journey, that I am going into these deep realms of spirit, 20-minute walk. And I see deer, I see crows, I hear songbirds, I see songbirds. I might see a fox, I might see a coyote. 3 weeks ago, there was a bear wandering my suburban neighborhood. There's ducks, there's geese, there's my favorite trees. There's just beautiful stuff flowing everywhere. And if we can enter it as a journey, a shamanic journey, we're not separate from that experience. We're in our very own environment. And by that I mean it's not separate. It's not two environments. It's not the environment of Eric. It's not the environment of anybody watching. It is environment, one thing, layers, perceived layers, but still one thing and only one thing. That's the journey. That's the shamanic journey. The wonderful thing about the journey is there's no distance from here to here. And that's where we're always going. Right here, right now, as Ram Dass would say. So that was today's blog post, and it was entitled Songbirds. If I can remember, I'll post a link. If anyone wants to visit, come on by, leave a note, let me know. It's a burpee friend who stopped by the blog saying hi. And again, we'll be doing this tomorrow. Who knows what I'll write about and who knows what we'll talk about. If you get a chance, stop in and, let's talk art. Let's talk music. Let's talk books. Let's talk burpees, meditation, breath work, whatever. And if you have a question for me personally, I'm always happy to talk about it. Always happy to discuss anything, really. And as you saw from my 35-minute live talk, yesterday, or maybe it was Saturday, I will talk at great lengths about virtually anything with little prompting, which is odd for those who know me, that I am generally quite quiet but lately in the talks that I've been giving, I do have a tendency to keep on going. So when we do talk, feel free to stop me and say, I think you've covered it all. So with that, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for those who might watch later. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys both in the morning for burpees and later on to read from the blog. Okay? You guys have a good day.